A.J. Simpson had 23 points. Walter Clayton for Florida had 33, trying to carry them back to that lead. And, yo, I just can't say enough how much fun it is to see these games unfold. Tim, your reaction to this ending?
This was the best game in the tournament. I thought this was. I mean, 102 to 100 in regulation.
That doesn't happen often in college.
I mean, so many games are like painful to watch because, you know, teams struggled from an offensive perspective. You know, the Northwestern FAU game, there was excitement there, but, you know, at halftime.
It was like Virginia and Wagner.
It was tough to watch. Yeah. We saw Colorado State, 11 points. We saw Virginia have a terrible time scoring. So, to me, this was the best offensive game. Both these teams shot over 50%. Colorado shot 63% from the field. Got a complete balanced effort. 5 players in double figures, but you made a great point. Florida was down 13 with 4 minutes left. This game was over. And then all of a sudden, boom, they flipped that switch, made some threes, turned some turnovers as Colorado had 12 into offense. This was an outstanding game. I have Colorado in the Sweet 16. My bracket is ripped up and shredded, so I'm happy that I got this one across the finish line. The Pac-12 balling out in this tournament.
Who would have thought?
They're going to blow that thing up, and everybody's out there balling out. This was an awesome college basketball game. This is the one where, you know, you don't want anyone to lose, but you score 100 points in regulation, and you make it 3. Walter Clayton did the Iona transfer, down 3. It was just like, you didn't want anybody to lose, but Colorado made the plays, and that was the difference. So
clearly, you have them moving on against Marquette, right, since you have Colorado in the Sweet 16. How do you think they're going to match up with that squad? We saw Marquette. It was a tale of two halves, thinking they're maybe going to get upset by the Hilltoppers, and then whatever Shaka Smart said in that locker room during halftime, they flipped the switch.
Yeah, Western Kentucky is a good team. I took them in that game, plus the points, ended up being a loser. But for a majority of the game, including at halftime, they were up substantial there, and Marquette flipped the switch. I think Colorado's a much, 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 much better version of Western Kentucky. They're long, they're athletic, they have pros. When De Silva's making shots, you know, couple him with Simpson. Simpson had 23s. De Silva took 3 threes. He made it all. Colorado only took 10 threes, banged down 6 of them. Really thought they were clicking on all cylinders from an offensive perspective. Oh, there's a shot that goes begging there for Walter Clayton Jr. But most points in an NCAA game since 1969 in a win. I don't remember when that happened, but amazing to watch today.
So Tim, what do you think will be, I guess, the key matchup for this game between Colorado and Marquette? Because we all know how physical Colorado is in that post with Eddie Lampkin Jr. That guy is he's a load.
Totally. He's been here before with other teams, right? He was a force for TCU. As you take a look at the 10-2 matchup, and this will be Colorado's 3rd game in 5 days. As for Marquette, you know, they're still getting used to getting Tyler Kolek back. Yeah. I saw a lot of promise throughout that game that he was back to his old self. Shaka Smart's getting mentioned. There are a lot of jobs out there. A lot of people want Shaka Smart to run their program after what a great year he's had at Marquette. So where there's smoke, there usually is fire. So don't know if that's going to be a distraction now. It might be a distraction next weekend as, you know, talks start to heat up. There's over 800 players right now in the portal. So you got to go portaling. You got to start building a team. You got to go find the coach. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Shaka Smart if they end up winning this game. I like Colorado in this spot. I think Marquette has some serious holes. I think that they struggle to score offensively against good teams, against athletic teams. Obviously, they played UConn 3 times. It's a very high bar, but they lost all 3 times. I'm going Colorado here on the money line. I
want to say, yeah, Colorado's going to win, but something tells me Shaka Smart is going to have his guys ready to play against the Buffalo. This is my vantage point. But you play college ball.
But think about it from Shaka's perspective, right? All these people want to hire him. Michigan, Stanford, all these openings. He's coaching a team. I'm not saying he wants them to lose, right? But, like, he's looking at a giant payday. Well, as they keep winning, what's he supposed to do? How do you manage all of that? And here's a guy that, you know, kind of got banished off to Marquette, didn't win at Texas, and they kind of pushed him to Wisconsin. And now he's turning that program around. They've been really good the last few years. So, interesting spot he's at. Because when you're a coach, you got to maximize your pay potential. And right now, a lot of people want to pay him.
Oh, yeah. His value is just increasing and increasing. And we will have full coverage of second-round highlights right here on CBS Sports HQ and streaming on Paramount+. The madness is in full effect, and we're going to show you all of it from that game.